The Maple Leafs are feeling the sting of injury woes, and in a surprising twist, their GM is making a bold move that he'd rather avoid. With key players sidelined, it's time for a young prospect to step into the spotlight and prove he belongs in the NHL. Are we ready to see if this rising star can handle the pressure? If you want to stay in the loop on all things Leafs, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in a tough spot right now, grappling with a wave of injuries that has left the team scrambling for solutions. Brad Treliving, the general manager, has made the decision to call up Fraser Minten from the AHL. And while this move is necessary, it's clear it wasn't something he was completely comfortable with. With Kaye Jarnkrok sidelined for months after surgery, and key players like Austin Matthews and Max Pacioretty out, the Maple Leafs are in desperate need of fresh legs. Minten is a promising young talent, but he's also just coming off an injury himself, which adds another layer of risk to this decision. Treliving openly admitted he would have preferred to keep Minten in the minors a bit longer for conditioning. You have to be careful, especially with young guys, bouncing them up and down, he said, emphasizing the need for caution. This situation reflects the harsh reality of the NHL. When injuries stack up, tough choices have to be made. It's hard not to feel a mix of hope and anxiety about Minten's promotion. On one hand, he's shown potential and has already had a taste of the NHL, albeit in just 4 games. On the other hand, throwing him into the fire against tougher competition at this stage may be risky. We've seen how injuries can derail young players' careers, and the last thing we want is for Minten to re-aggravate his injury during this crucial time. But let's be real, when your roster is depleted, you have to make bold moves. Treliving's hands are tied here. He's not exactly overflowing with options, and while players like Alex Nylander need contracts and Logan Shaw is a cornerstone for the Marlies, Minten is the only prospect ready to step in and make an impact. It's a testament to the depth, or lack thereof, within the organization that this decision had to be made. The focus has to be on the future, and Minten represents a big piece of that puzzle. As we look ahead, we can't ignore the implications of this call-up. If Minten can shine in this opportunity, not only does it boost his confidence, but it also complicates things for players like David Kampf and Ryan Reeves when they return. They'll have to fight for their spots back, and that competition can only benefit the team. The urgency of the current situation means Minten needs to hit the ground running, and I genuinely believe he has the potential to do just that. But what do you think? Was this the right move by Treliving? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I admire the willingness to give a young player a chance, especially when the team is in dire straits. On the other, throwing him into the spotlight so soon after his recovery isn't without its risks. I want to hear your thoughts on this. How do you feel about Minten's call-up? Do you think he's ready for the NHL grind? As fans, we invest so much emotionally into this team, and every decision made at this level sends ripples through our hopes and dreams. We all want to see the Leafs succeed, and every game is a step toward that goal. Whether it's a chance for a rookie to break out or for veterans to reclaim their spots. So let's keep the conversation going. What are your expectations for Minten's performance, and how do you think this will shape the team's future? Austin Matthews is currently in Munich, and that stirred quite a bit of conversation among us Leafs fans. The Toronto Maple Leafs have reassured us that there's no reason for panic, but let's be honest, it's hard not to raise an eyebrow when your star player travels across the ocean for medical treatment. Chris Johnston from TSN and The Athletic reported that Matthews is working with a doctor he's been with before, and he's accompanied by a team physician. The Leafs are adamant that there have been no setbacks or changes in his status, but this ongoing situation has left many of us feeling uneasy. For weeks now, Matthews' daily status has been a hot topic, and the more the team keeps things under wraps, the more restless the fan base becomes. It's understandable to feel that way. The mere fact that he's not in the country, and considering he's getting treatment abroad, raises some alarms. The team's silence doesn't help ease our concerns. While they maintain that it's just a checkup and some additional work on his upper body injury, we know that seeking specialized treatment can often indicate something more serious. General Manager Brad Treliving has been doing his best to downplay the situation. He stated that this trip is more about general care and isn't alarming. He expressed hope that once Matthews is done with his treatment, he'll be back on the ice soon. There's even a slight chance he could return for the game on Sunday. But let's be real here. A more realistic expectation is that he might join the team during their trip to Florida next week. But here's the thing. The questions keep piling up. When a player travels internationally for medical attention, it's natural for speculation to swirl. Surgery or more extensive procedures can't be ruled out. And until we see Matthews back on the ice, those worries will linger. It's tough to stay optimistic when we're all invested in the health and performance of our leading scorer. So, what does this mean for the Leafs moving forward? The longer Matthews is sidelined, the more it impacts our chances of success this season. With the playoffs on the horizon, his presence is crucial, and every game lost could be a hit to our chances. The team's success rides heavily on his shoulders, and without him, we're going to have to rely on others to step up. I'm curious to hear what you think about this situation. Do you believe the team is handling this correctly? Personally, I'm divided. On one hand, I trust the team's judgment and their insistence that everything is fine, but on the other, I can't shake the feeling that traveling abroad for treatment is a red flag. It's a tough spot to be in as a fan. So, what's your take? Are you feeling good about Matthews' return? Or do you think there's more to this story? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter, and I know we all share the same passion for the Leafs. So let's get the conversation going. As we keep our fingers crossed for Matthews' speedy recovery, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Leafs Nation friends, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. And hey, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any essential news about our team. We got a lot to keep track of, and I want you all to be in the loop as we navigate this season together. Let's go Leafs!